Dear student, I am going to start my class of political science and I am going to take the part B and Indian politics since independence. And in the first chapter, the chapter's name is Challenges of Nation Building. Let us start this chapter today. And before entering into the chapter, I am telling you the ingredients or contents of this chapter. It is very important. And before entering to this chapter, if we have the conception about the chapter, if we have a brief idea about the chapter, then it will be helpful for us. And in this video, I am telling you the important contents of this chapter, and in each topic I will make a different videos and will send to you, and I hope that it will be helpful for you. So in this topic, in this chapter, we will stretch on the major challenges before nation building. We everyone know that India became a free nation, free and an independent country in the year 1947, 15 August. And the history of our independence is not a pleasant one. And we know that before our independence, the India and Pakistan, the two countries were under same rule, British rule, and were same country, belonging to a same country, and that was India. But when in 14 August 1947 our country is declared as independent one, and before getting our independence, the Muslim dominated areas were carved out by the British ruler and formed a different country, namely Pakistan. And that's why the history of our independence became very panic, and we know at that time there was huge communal riots and clashes in between two major communities. There was huge bloodsheds due to the partition. People were to migrate from one part to another within their own country. Hindus people are migrating to the Hindu dominated areas, and Muslims, numbers of Muslims were migrating, or they are trying to go or join the Pakistan, a newly emerged country. And that's why there was a huge communal riots then, huge problems also then, rehabilitation and refugees problems were there. So on the basis of this situation, making our nation, building our nation was not an easy task before the national leaders then. Today we can see the map, a very united India. But I would like to say you that during our independence, in the map of India there were 565, more than 556 I think, holes in our map. That means there were 556 princely estates were there, and at the same time of our independence, the princely states were also become free simultaneously. So It was a very crucial, very critical situation then to unite the country and to bring all the people under a same nation or same state. And that's why the nature of the problem and challenges then were a little different than of today. So, and that's why we have to study, or we have to get a clear conception about the situation then. And in this chapter we try to focus on this. The first few years in the life of independent India were full of challenges. And from among the challenges, some major challenges are there, I have told you earlier. The national unity and territorial integrity of India. And we clearly understood, I think, that Indian map was not like today's map. Lots of princely states were there, and they also become freedom simultaneously at the same time, and they were free to join either to India or to Pakistan, or remain free themselves, remain independent themselves, forming independent nation. So because of this, it was not an easy task to unite the whole territory under a same nation or same country. So this was very important problem, the territorial integrity or national unity among the people. Lots of rulers were there, and basically we know in the princely states people were trying to get democracy there, but the ruler of that princely states were not, most of the rulers were not democratic, and they are not of the opinion that people should be given the democratic right. And on this context, it was very major challenge before the national leaders to unite these countries, to make the map integrated, intact. So this was a major problem. And from among this problem, I have told you the three important problems basically were faced by the nation builders while they are trying to unite the country, while try to get charge of the newly independent country. Number one, though the freedom come with partition, and which resulted in large scale violence and displacement and challenged the very idea of secular India. While people were fighting against British, both the community, people of the both community, Hindus and Muslims, they were having a hope that India would be a secular country in future. When India will get freedom, then India would be a secular country. And though the country divided into two major parts, and Hindus and Muslims were totally polarized at that situation, and that's why the hope of building a secular nation become a very hard task before the national leaders then. The next one, the integration of the princely states into the Indian Union needed urgent resolution. This was also another problem, that the princely states, most of the princely states were trying to make them a free country or free nation, and it was also a challenge in between the territories surrounded by India, the princely states surrounded by Indian territory. In some cases, were trying to join Pakistan or trying to have a good relation or friend relation with Pakistan, which was normally a threatening to newly independent country India. And that's why just after getting independence, India was to merge all these princely states into its territory, or convincing them, the ruler of the princely states, to join in the Indian Union. So this was also a major problem then, before the nation building. The third things, the internal boundaries of the country needed to be drawn afresh to meet the aspirations of the people who spoke different languages. I have told you earlier that India is a country of different language and different culture. As the massive country or huge country, the territorial differences are there, or that means geographical differences are there. Apart from these, linguistic differences are there, cultural differences were there. And during the independence, people tried to hope to see their reflection of their aspirations in free India. And this was also an important challenge before the nation builder, so that people would find the reflection of their aspirations, linguistic and cultural. That means to satisfying or to meet the utmost necessity of the linguistic and cultural differences of the people. And this was also an important challenges before the nation building. And we shall focus on these major points in the preceding videos, and each topic will be discussed elaborately in the videos one by one. I will send to you, and I think it will be helpful for you to understand the concept of this chapter. Thank you.